Hope we cut that out. I really do. Hi everyone, my name's Craig. This is Luke. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello everyone from YouTube and the interwebs.
Oh, God.
My name's Craig. I'm getting really hot now. I've got to take off my cardigan. Hello everyone, I'm Craig.
I'm Luke.
And welcome to my channel Cosmic Orchestra, where we'll be reviewing random gaming bits and bobs. Right, so today, on our first episode, we have the original Game Boy, the DMG01, and we have the Game Boy Pocket, the MGB001.
He's reading that off the back of it, by the way. When these first came out, I have no idea, so that's why he's here to tell me. So when did they first come out?
Well, the original Game Boy came out in 1989.
Get your facts right.
I was just trying to remember which country. I believe it came out first in 1989 in Japan.
Alright.
Probably in the UK, probably 1990, because we got everything later. And the Game Boy Pocket came out in 1996, so that's a 7-year difference. So yeah, there's the ages of them.
So, is it like 7 years difference then?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that 7 years difference, has the battery life improved at all? Like, what batteries do they take? Are they chargeable? What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they're both chargeable. This one takes a DC 6 volt, and this one takes a DC 3 volt. So this takes a lot less power than this does.
Because practically also saying that the size comparison
Yeah.
is half the size as well.
Yeah, but that's not to charge you. That's just another power supply. You can't, like, if you want to play this without the DC, then you have to put batteries in. So the original Game Boy, it takes four double A's, and that would last about 20 hours probably. So this is the reason the Game Boy did so well.
Yeah,
in the first
depending
place.
on obviously how long you're using it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and really what batteries you're using. So these are pretty good batteries, so it should last about 20 hours. So that's one of the reasons this console did so well, because other consoles of the time, handhelds, they were taking about 6 AA's and they last about 4 hours. So that's one of the reasons this did so well and sold so many units. The Game Boy Pocket only takes 2 AA's. The only problem with that is it does last not as long. It lasts about half the time as the original Game Boy does. So you'll be using up more batteries, but well, you won't. You'll be using up less because it only takes half as many batteries as the original Game Boy does.
So yeah, with that all in mind, like the battery, does the volume get affected with the amount of battery that you get? Because I know this one takes less battery, but does the volume get affected by the size of it and speakers?
Well, I couldn't say for when it originally came out, but with my Game Boy Pocket, it is quieter than my original Game Boy. Both of them, because they're only mono speakers, even though it says stereo on the top, this one is louder than this one. So you probably couldn't hear very well, but from where we are, you can pretty much tell that the original Game Boy is slightly louder than the Game Boy Pocket.
So next we have the brightness, and we'd like to tell you about like the brightness difference and the screen sizes, because obviously with 7 years they had a lot of things they could change. They had so many different opinions from buyers and retailers of what could be improved, so yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is with the screen, yeah, that was one of the biggest improvements with the Game Boy Pocket. With the original Game Boy, one of the biggest problems was ghosting, which basically means it would become a blurry mess when you've got a character moving too fast, so you couldn't really play games like Super Mario Land without it blurring quite a lot. So you're better off playing like puzzle games, but with the Game Boy Pocket, the screen improved a hell of a lot. I can show you, we'll move the camera in a minute and I'll show you just the comparison. And also the screen is slightly bigger on the Game Boy Pocket as well, even though it's a smaller console. So there were a lot of improvements. Also, it didn't have this horrible green tint on it. It was just normal black and white or grey and white.
Yeah, so with the updated version with the Pocket, obviously it came in different colours, but not only did it come in them different colours, they were definitely more brighter, they were more enhanced than the original, because with the original it just faded so quickly.
Yeah.
As you can tell, like, what colour was this originally? Was it like...
That was a very, very, very light grey.
Exactly.
And now it's
I don't know
yellow.
if you can tell from here. At parts, it is faded yellow in some parts.
Yeah. Well, that was a big problem in the late 80s and early 90s. They made a lot of products out of these materials. It had quite a matte finish to it. But over time, if you exposed to sunlight and all things like that, it just yellows. But they did think about that as well in the mid-90s. Before the Game Boy Pocket came out, they released a series of other Game Boys, normal original Game Boys, but it was called the Play It Loud series. And it was just a normal Game Boy but in different colours. But because of the finish they used on all the Game Boys, they were quite dull and they didn't really work that well. But when it came to the Game Boy Pocket, it had a much nicer finish to it, and it was just more shiny and smooth, and the colours looked a lot brighter and nicer on it, basically.
So, overall, what would you recommend, like, depending on the person, I suppose? It depends on who you are. Like, if you want the original, I suppose, definitely go for this. But after time, you might feel you want that just, you know, to have a little play around with. But definitely, if you're collecting consoles, this is a must-get item if you're into collecting.